Hello everyone, and welcome back to Agrarian Skies. I did not do a whole lot of stuff since last time. Mostly I've been waiting on diamonds, basically. I'm at 120-ish now, but I also used some, so there is that. I made this chest bigger just because I need more place to dump my random stuff. In the long run, this will all be taken care of in a different way, so I'm not making too much effort cleaning these up now, because my long-term storage solution is going to be a lot different. And just in case you were wondering, that whole farm setup, I've disabled it for now because I'm fine on all the stuff I get from it, and quite frankly, the chest was almost full and I didn't want to carry around all that stuff, put it in chests and such, so I just basically shut it all down, and I will re-enable it, of course, once I've set up my permanent automation system. I'm hoping that over the course of the episode we will be able to see this slime sapling grow. I've already done a few of them. I think it's about 3 trees that I've grown. They're a little different from normal trees. For one, you can't bone meal them, and they are of course from slime and such. So there is that, but I think you'll be able to see how they work eventually. If not this episode, then probably next. Keep running around like a headless chicken again. Yes, first things first. I finished with the swords, and the best one I got was this one. I gave it looting 3, and it's got by itself auto repair, sharpness, beheading, fiery, and knockback. So I quite like that. The others all got Bane of Arthropods for some reason, which is it's such a wasted mod. This one here was kind of good until I got the Bane of Arthropods, I think on the last level up, actually. Kind of a bummer, but there you go. But I'll stick to using this one for now. It's not like I actually fight a lot, so. This Resident Energy Cell we might use today. It's just to carry around energy on a stick, basically. But I want to see how my smeltery is doing. Okay, it's still smeltering away? Yes, it is. Okay, so these will have to remain with me for a little while longer. Now, I prepared a quest, and I don't want these to become just me doing quest over quest over quest, so I'll try spending a little more time on them. But anyway, this quest wants us to make a leadstone jetpack. And that's quite nice, because I have all the stuff we need for it. So the first thing we need to make is a leather strap. And I got the leather from the cows. I just did some cow breeding and then slaughtered some cows, and just the good old vanilla way of getting cows and leather. And was it like this? I think I'm missing something down here. There we go. Ha, I remembered it correctly. Leadstone thrusters. And then we also need these 4 additional pieces of lead and a leadstone flux capacitor. Capacitor, not capacitator. I may have said that wrong the entire last episodes. You should also notice that I'm not showing every single recipe anymore. If you're playing along yourself, you can get all the recipes from NEI, and I will try to show some of the more complicated things I do, but quite frankly, I felt like I was patronizing you a little too much by trying to show every single last thing. So, leadstone jetpack. yeah, it's currently completely uncharged and doesn't really do much. But we need it for this quest, so we can claim the reward. I'm choosing the reward bag because the other stuff I can craft. Okay, but this is a good heart. That's nice. I'm not quite done yet, because I'm not happy with the leadstone jetpack, right? That's the weakest kind of jetpack. It's the first tier. And we can make a much, much better jetpack. I want you. Thank you. And to make that much better jetpack, we need Enderium, and a resonant flux capacitor, and 2 resonant thrusters, which are made in a very similar way. You just need some electrum stuff, redstone energy conduits, magmatic dynamos, which are just a bunch of invar and silver and redstone, and not really anything terribly complicated. And then we should just have to put this in here, and we get a resonant jetpack, and that's the best jetpack in the game. Unfortunately, it takes about 10 million RF, so I've built this energetic infuser, which is used to charge up items with RF. As you can see, it's charging now. This should drain relatively quickly. And we can also do something else, but that requires 2 of those, 6 of those, and 8 ender pearls. I'm just trying to see if I can do this on camera, because it might be interesting. Not doing too well on ender pearls, but I think I'll be okay. I need to make more Enderium, basically. Now, because you can make these, you can basically improve the jetpacks by giving them armor plating, so they also give them protection. And for the first level, I just need 4 tin and 5 iron. That doesn't seem so bad. And 4 tin. Right. Unless I got that the wrong way around. No, I didn't. Okay. And to make the next, which would be Tinker's Alloy armor plating, I need 10 bronze and this iron armor plating. And I should have 10 bronze around here somewhere. No, that's aluminium brass. I could swear I made bronze. There we go. Okay, so 10 of these, and the iron armor plating will give us the bronze or Tinker's Alloy armor plating. Now if I combine these with a 10 invar, and I also want to put you in here and you in here, and I might need a little more pyrotheum. I do. How about we make 10 more? And I also need 5 coal. Kind of rushing through this a little bit, but quite frankly, I think it's pretty understandable, and if there's any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and I will answer them in the comments or in the next episode. And also, I completely forgot, there are 2 corrections I have to make. Silly me. Firstly, the exotic seeds, they're not cacti of any kind. Those are jungle seeds, basically. I put them on dirt and I get a jungle tree sapling. Very, very nice. So you can also get the jungle saplings from those fruit trees, but you don't have to. So when I said that was the only way, I was wrong. The exotic seeds should give those as well. And finally, this thing here does in fact triple my ores, and it does work, for example, on the tin ore dust as well. I just, I think when I tried this, I had some other metal in here, so it wouldn't start melting the stuff, because it can only hold one type of metal at a time. So I should make some blazing pyrotheum, or pyrotheum dust rather. Do I have 10 invar? I do not. So give me 8 iron and... oh, give me 10 iron and 5 nickel, so I get rid of the X nihilo nickel. And this should make invar now. Okay, this thing can barely keep up. I think it's because this energy cell doesn't output fast enough, so I'll output it to its maximum speed of 10,000 RF per tick, and so this should keep up now. Yep, and it's full. Okay, equip this in our chest slot, and was it? No, it's not T. It's C. It is. Okay, so by pressing F, I toggle whether the jetpack is on or off, and by pressing C, I toggle whether it's in hover mode or not. And I really like hover mode, because hover mode means I don't fall down quickly, I fall down very slowly. And the better the jetpack, the higher the level of it, basically, the slower my descent. You go in there, whoa, and I move very fast while I'm flying, because this is the best jetpack. Okay, but I want to make some Enderium. It's a shapeless recipe, so it really doesn't... Okay. It really doesn't matter which position the stuff is in. Okay, so 10 of these Invar, plus this should make the next level. Okay. And I put down the buckets, giving me Enderium blend. And Enderium blend combined with half as much Pyrotheum gives Enderium ingots. I'll get to the reward packs in just a second. Was there anything else I wanted to do? I don't believe so. Might get to this bit. I don't know. Yeah. I think this is about it, because the final level of armor plating requires 10 Enderium ingots and the Invar armor plating. And if you wouldn't mind finishing, that would be lovely, so I can do this. Nice. Okay. Just for novelty's sake, I'll fill this up completely and give me that. Okay. Used to create armored jetpack. So I think I need to have the jetpack equipped, then shift right click. No, I need to have it on my hotbar and then shift right click. It was something to do with shift right clicking. Shift right clicking this. Ah, okay. So I shift right click the jetpack while having the armor plating in my inventory, in my hotbar, I think. And similarly, I should be able to unequip it. Just like that. And now, observe my armor, it's at 4.5. Ta-da! So this gives, I think, as much protection as a diamond chestplate. And of course, once it's on, I can fly. And that's one of the reasons, by the way, I built everything so open. Because I will end up using... Oh, look, my sheep got back. Well, new sheep spawned, actually. I will end up using the jetpack quite a lot. It has a nice little display on top that tells me how much energy I have left. You can also see the dimensions of this entire ring now very, very nicely. And I will probably not take this off for a long time. I might even make a second one. Yeah. Huge ring, and this is where probably I will be building soonish. Do not expect nice things, though. I am a very symmetrical kind of guy. My thinking is very OCD about that, so the whole thing about, you have to build things asymmetrically and sort of break your patterns from time to time to keep it from being boring, I don't do that. As you can see, all of these things follow a very clear pattern. You can see the very first ones I built where the pattern wasn't quite clear yet, so it's a little strange, and some of these are a little different from each other, but once I've got my pattern down, I will stick to it, so I'm afraid my builds won't be very interesting. Ta-da! And as you could also see, I'm in hover mode, so I'm slowly descending. As you can see, if I'm staring at the texture here, I am actually going down. But it's taking a while, because this is the resonant jetpack, so it's a very slow descent. Very useful for building. And on that note, I shall open these 2 reward packs. Junk and junk. Well, the Lamp of Growth isn't junk, but I need to get into Thorncraft to use it. This does technically help make any sort of farm grow faster, but I need to pump it full of Essentia to keep it going. So I need some sort of automated system. That's too early. Don't know what all that does. That's too early. Let's go to these things. No. I'm hoping I can get all these recipes done reasonably well. This should be a slaughterhouse, and I may have gotten these the wrong way around. Yes, slaughterhouse. And I also want... I know I made open blocks tanks. I know I made them, and I know I showed them to you. There they are. Okay, so the slaughterhouse, it kills animals, such as cows, and turns them into liquid meat and pink slime, I believe. And it should be able to output into these tanks directly, and I want you to turn around. Okay. Yeah, so it requires energy, and it will output two sorts of liquid. The liquid meat is basically... I'll make these a little taller. It gives just a little bit of pink slime and a lot of pink of the liquid meat. And the liquid meat is a lot more... Oh, it's a shame they don't connect defenses. Anyway, the liquid meat is something I use to make, well, different kinds of stuff. I can put it in some machine to make me food. Some sort of non-standard type of meat, I guess. Probably get a few ender pearls out of here and put them into that generator over there. Because this thing here is where I'm recharging my jetpack, so I want this to be, if possible, reasonably full. And that's also the reason I made this resonant energy cell, actually, to be able to supply the stuff I'm about to build. But I'm not done building yet. So that will take, whenever there's a cow in its range, and its range must be determined. I want the precision sledgehammer. I am quite sorry for the confusion. I mean, I'm hoping everything is clear. Okay, so... Okay, this already has the correct range. I thought I might have to give it a range upgrade, but I don't. This is exactly the range I want. This second level, second part of this sort of enclosure here is where the cows for slaughter shall be kept. And I can now build down quite easily by using the jetpack. That's very nice. Okay. So next thing would be the... What's the next one? I think this might just be the chronotyper. I know I made all the recipes that I needed. I don't know if I put them in the correct order. And making this purple dye is a little bit of a pain, but I got the quest reward that contained a red rose. And I put the red rose in the pulverizer. That gave me 4 red dye instead of the 2 you get from crafting it. And then from there I went and made purple. And that's the chronotyper. And the way that works is, pretty sure it also requires power. Yeah. And that should take... And I don't want anyone escaping. Haha. I know what you were trying. It's not gonna work. And that should move any babies. So any baby cows, and those will be made automatically as well, they should be moved from that side over into this side. So if within its area, which I think I can check that as well. Okay, do I need to turn you around? I think I might do. Yeah. I'm hoping I got this the right way around. If not, I'll have to turn it. It's not a big deal. It's supposed to take all baby cows that form on this side and just put them on the other side. And then the slaughterhouse won't work on babies. So basically, over here there will be automatic breeding. And all the cow babies will be shoved over here. They will eventually grow up and be slaughtered for my amusement and my food. And mostly I want the pink slime, actually. Because once my energy solution is in place, I will have a bunch of power that I don't really have much of a use for. As I said, the reactor will be producing about 11,000 RF. So what I will be building then is a laser drill and 4 laser drill prechargers. And those are like huge laser things up in the sky, and I shoot a laser down into the void, and they produce ore blocks of any kind. Normal vanilla ones, special modded ones, tons of different stuff. I will get iron ore, diamond ore, nether diamond ore, nether iridium ore, all the types of ore you can imagine this thing will produce. And I will build the reactor, which requires yellorium as fuel, and I will set the laser so it has an increased chance to produce yellorium ore. And then one of those drills will be enough to supply multiple of these reactors with enough fuel to keep them going. So the first one will fire that laser, which takes about 10,000 RF per tick. I think actually exactly 10,000 RF per tick. And I'll just break this quickly. And in order to make this decay, you also have to break that leaf block, the first one below the slime blocks, the first one above the slime blocks. And then I'll just let this decay. Okay, I've had this prepared for too long, so I'll just go through it quite quickly. But yeah, for the laser drill precharges, I need pink slime, and that's dropped from pink slimes, which you get those by putting a pink slime bucket somewhere on the ground. It'll spawn a pink slime. I wonder how often I can say pink slime before it sounds really ridiculous. And something went on top plastic? Yes, a rancher. I don't really need this at the moment, but the rancher, for example, it'll shear sheep, it'll milk cows. Don't know what else it does. I think it'll harvest eggs from chicken. Stuff like that. It's kind of like a farming machine thing. And oh, gelatinous slime. We'll get to that eventually. And last but not least, actually I've got 2 more, but the last one won't be that interesting. I had to make a golden apple for this, which it always feels like such a waste making them and then using it in a crafting recipe. But this is a breeder. And this, again supplied with power, will breed animals. And I think it's a simple... I'll just put it down to see its range, but I think I need you to be gone. And I need a fence in here. Stupid chicken. And I need you to be gone. Okay. And now if I look at the precision sledgehammer. Okay, so I will need to move this around until it's appropriate. Probably I'll move it. The breeder. Okay, it's a little glitched out. It'll show up. Okay, so I'll set this up and supply it with power, but you get the point. The breeder will... and by the way, the thing is not gone. It's somewhere in my inventory. It's just... There it is. See? These things kind of glitch out from time to time. Okay, let's place it down. And check its range. Okay, it's exactly the wrong way around, so let's flip it. So this will use whatever I put into it, and obviously the thing I'll be putting into it is going to be wheat. And it'll use that to breed the cows. The chronotyper will suck the cows over to this side, and the slaughterhouse will eventually slaughter them. And I only want to do that until I get a bucket of pink slime to make myself a pink slime. And we'll get to that next episode. Okay. I hope I explained this reasonably well. There'll be more detail on it next time, so don't worry. Chronotyper. Go down as well. Okay, and this should be more proof. Despite my sort of disconnected commentary in recent episodes, I hope you still enjoyed it somewhat. And I guess if you didn't, we'll never talk again. And if you did, I hope you enjoyed it. So, yeah, I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.